everybody, Rachel here. Josh and I have been playtesting for Birmingham. We've done some on camera, we've done some off camera. All the on camera stuff has been on the deck box's Twitch. So I've downloaded some of those videos and I'm going to put them up here with this little preamble. So this is some of our recorded matches that we've done for Steel Song versus the kind of like Big Stuff Popsicle list. I will say that post this recording, we have done some changes to both deck lists, minor edits here and there. We'll continue to test them, and when we come up with something that we like, we'll share that. Quick thing since this is only going to be 1 or 2 games that I post up here. Not in Steel Song's favor, but it is winnable. So without further ado, here is the Steel Song versus Popsicle. All right, so before I play the matches that we did, I thought I would just kind of tell you the general play strategy and also the win-loss record here. Blue-red Popsicle, you're doing great. Your turn, or I guess because you ramp, whatever you get to Be Prepared or Scar or Sisu, it feels pretty awful on this deck. However, the more times that we played against it, the more we were able to get Steel Song to like a 50-50-ish win rate. The first day I will say that we played 6 games. I won 1 of them with Steel Song, which means that there was 5 games that Pawpsicle won. Good for Pawpsicle, bad for me. The one win that I got was for decking him. So Josh drew through so many cards that the opportune time to play the Whole New Worlds was when he kind of forgot about the Whole New Worlds and was counting his deck and was like, uh-oh, there's only like 11 or 12 cards left. 2 Whole New Worlds got me the game there. I think that's the match I'm going to be showing, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm recording my intro before I see what games that I have. Next day, we kind of play tested off camera. So this is my general kind of breakdown of this. Lost a whole bunch to begin with, edited the deck list a little bit, started to, edited the strategy, started to win a little bit more, edit the deck list again, kind of reinforce the strategy, and by the end of it, I was winning about 50-50-ish percent of the time. Trick here is you want to go aggressive real fast and try to win before those Be Prepareds and Scars and whatnot come out because it's hard to recover after that. However, again, you can still kind of deck them if you have your Whole New Worlds in the deck. So day 2, I won 5 out of the 12 games that we played, but again, a lot of the losses came earlier while we were still kind of testing out strategies and seeing what worked, what didn't. So I hope you enjoy this game, hope it helps a little bit, and we will do some more testing on the Deck Box's Twitch channel, and I will post the games that are worth posting here later. Thanks for watching.
So, I'm still on Ruby Sapphire. Same list I was playing last time we were on stream. I played it this week at our locals, and it felt good. Locals was best of 3. Felt fine. I played against Amber. Are you playing it out? For what reason?
We're going to edit this to the...
Oh, do you want to edit it to your current build, or do you want to... Okay.
That's what you said.
Sure.
Okay.
So I'll lay it out. Do that then.
You can talk.
You're slow.
Right. There's a 4, there's a 3, there's a 1, there's a 1.
So I'll lay it out. Stop touching. Oh my god, you're not helping. Stop touching. Stop.
Oh, okay.
Just literally stop. Literally stop. You are not helping.
I think I'm helping.
You are not.
Okay. Yeah, we had kind of our local league night on Monday.
Yep.
Wednesday today, right? So yeah, 2 nights ago.
Yep.
I played Steel Song. Josh played the Pawpsicle build that he was playing a couple days ago on stream.
Yeah.
How'd yours go?
Mine went fine. I ran into first round was Amber Amethyst, the aggro list, very all in, plays blues, Lilos, Maleficents, all the 1-drop stuff, and then like Mims to bounce back. He got me game 1 in a very close game where he just kind of got it across the line before I was able to pull it out. Games 2 and games 3, he also got much closer on lore. He kind of finished up at like 17, 18. But I was able to basically just have enough board control that once I got my feet underneath me, he was never getting back. So that was good. Game 2 was against Ruby Sapphire, the Sisu variant. So Sisu on ice. That one I felt very favored into, just because a lot of the things that they bring in to deal with decks like Steel Song, so like the big Sisus and the little Sisus and the Popsicle or the Ice Blocks, stuff like that, aren't super effective against me because I just want to go bigger than them. So like being able to play like Mufasa and be able to just like wreck their whole field was just too much for them to kind of deal with in terms of like I could outvalue them pretty consistently. So that game we finished in two. Game one he kind of stumbled and just didn't have a good start. So we played a third game after like the official like results went in. Actually played 5 games because we were just doing a bunch of testing and found that felt. It still felt bad for him. He managed to win 1 out of the 5. Basically, that was on the back of him getting an advantage engine in play first, and me not being able to have anything kind of to do. So I kind of burst a little bit there. As far as that goes, it felt good. Round 3, I played against an Emerald Steel list. He was able to get turned to Ship Diablo every game we played out of the 3. And game 1 was just a weird one. That guy wasn't able to sweep him, and he had just it wasn't his game plan, but there's a million like 1-drop things to sort of go wide. So he won by a point game 1, and just I didn't have an answer in hand ready, accessible to Diablo, and I think in retrospect, like replaying the matchup, I probably would just mulligan Timothy some more aggressively because he can't really answer that one, and just gone cool. Your whole game plan is around playing oh my god, a Diablo or a Beast Tragic Heroes, so just mulliganing harder to the map that he says as like a way to answer because he can't strip that from my hand.
Yeah.
So that felt fine, just a matter of like learning the matchup. And there's a couple like one-off cards that kind of caught me off by surprise. But a game that I feel like if I played it a second time in terms of matchup, that it would probably be a 2-0 just because it doesn't seem that hard. It's just more of a got hit in weird spots and wasn't quite expecting certain things to path around. Right. So I finished, so I lost 2 games, and the album was in a best of 3, so felt fine. How'd your game go?
So my experience was I played against kind of a aggro broom list first. It was fun. It was cute. It like very quickly got a bunch of stuff out that seemed like they're questing for like 2. Now they're questing for 4. Now they're questing for 6. And it definitely would feel like if you're not necessarily used to being on the side of the table that's losing, or seems like they're losing, it would be a little bit demoralizing to see that much lower. However, that deck has a lot of answers for stuff. I didn't miss Grab Your Swords.
No.
And I was able to win that into with essentially like controlling the field first. Decent amount of use of this card. So along came Zeus, and then those are the ones.
Yeah, you just like typical spot removal to break tempo.
Didn't want to do a whole new world. Had to do it once or twice when I was like far enough ahead that I thought, okay, I have this and I still need to reload a little bit, or I need like a little bit more removal and I got nothing in my hand.
You need a little more push. Yeah.
But whole new world does not feel good against aggro. Next deck that I played against was another aggro, but more of an amethyst steel one. So like one of the hyper aggro lists that people are playing or talking about. Good fun list. I won in 3 for that one. And same type of a thing. It was like a lot of stuff all at once that was like, oh my goodness. But I was able to get there. Big Cindy was awesome in that. I mean, the hyper aggro creatures are so small that he was able to take out Big Cindy, but it was only because I looked at him like, I want to kill that fox. So I swung in with the fox, and he was able to kind of swing back at her with the rest of his stuff afterwards. But, I mean, getting rid of the fox also secured the rest of my board state. In my mind, at least. Didn't necessarily work out 100% the way, but, yeah. The deck doesn't need Grab Your Swords for aggro, at least not in my opinion.
Yeah, I think Grab Your Swords feels like a crutch from sort of like sets 3 and 4. I'd say it feels like an answer for when Bucky was in the format, and he wanted to, like, the benefit of this was that you could sort of like sing Grab Your Swords on 3 to answer a Diablo, answer a Bucky, like early on. And I think that's not a concern right now, so I don't know if I'd want it.
Where the deck really seemed to struggle was in the mirror. So Pete felt all right in the mirror. He felt like when he was played against me, it was like, it's inconvenient, but I have other stuff to play. Last turn of the game, when she played Pete, it was very much, I kept looking and being like, all right, I can still board wipe. I can still board wipe. It's iffy. I can still board wipe. Played Pete. I can't board wipe anymore. And it was the Pete as kind of a closing move as opposed to like a turn 3 thing. But I'm going to unload with my aggro stuff. I need 2 or 3 of them to survive. Here's a Pete, you can't target stuff. That did feel like I've got no answer to it. And I just kind of said, all right, pick up your cards. Like, I got nothing from there.
Yeah.
So that's what I found against Pete. The mirror match that I was playing was the more aggressive build, and she had great aggressive starts. Or they had great aggressive starts. So it was that's, I guess, what I would say. I didn't have great aggressive starts, and they did, and
This list is built for like hugely aggressive
Yeah.
starts. So this is trying to be
and I have
a
to
little
eat-
more controlling.
I have to eat my words. I kept saying I have no idea why people play Queen. And then you had said for the mirror, takes out daisies. I was like, oh my gosh, just take out daisies. So I do have to kind of eat my words on that. If there's a lot of Steel Song going around, I don't know if the Queen would have made a difference in my matchup that I played Monday. But I think I like, because I'm trying to think back to be like, when would it have? And I think it would have. The aggressive start was hard for me to deal with either way. But it was yeah. So I want to go a little bit more of an aggro build with this. And I can see the logic for the Queen now.
So we've talked a little off camera about changes you'd like to make. Let's talk about the list of what you're playing and what you found worked and what didn't work.
All right, Naveen feels a lot better than you and me were originally thinking that he would.
Yeah.
And I was looking when you said, I don't think he's going to be as good as people say he's going to be. I kept looking and be like, I don't know how he can't be good. And like, yeah, so he's good. So I like Naveen.
What do you like about him? Like, what changed in it? Because like, I know what it is for me that has changed my opinion on him.
Against you playing like the big stuff decks, it feels good to wheel your hand and quickly.
Yeah.
Against the Steel Song match that I played up against Monday, it felt good to hit them with not necessarily a whole new worlds, especially if I knew they had a whole new world in their hand, but to kind of hit them with, I'll play, and then along came Zeus to get rid of your whatever they're playing. I mean, it doesn't get rid of Robin Hood, but like to get rid of your Shmi or to get rid of your Daisy, or I'll do Strength of a Raging Fire, or whatever. So I was singing like the removal song. I'm not singing, I guess, but playing for free the removal songs with the new. Yeah. Robin Hood still feels good. In the mirror, he feels slightly less good because
quite hit for enough.
Robin Hoods take out each other, and it's just kind of whoever swung first with the Robin Hood, either into a Shmi or into another Robin Hood's gonna take out.
I think the Queen changed a lot of that math.
I think the Queen changes the math. Ursula feels awful. She's coming out. She's going right back in the box.
Okay, well, we'll get to that.
The reason she feels bad is because on turn 2, I would much prefer to play Piglet. I would much prefer to play Shmi. And if I have Ursula in my hand, I'm looking at it and being like, okay, I'm just going to ink her to play one of the other two. Or, if she's the only 2-drop in my hand, I was also looking at her and be like, I prefer the ink. So
yeah, so let's talk about what she's good for and what she's not good for. So she's a follow-up turn 2 play that allows you to sing threes
or strength, or and then along came Zeus. Like she does sing the and then along came Zeus. I don't recognize that number. Do you mind if I go take that real quick? Okay. All right, you talk about that for a second.
Cool. Yeah, to talk about cards. But yeah, so like in terms of this list, which we were testing, the thing that we found is that I think with Steel Song right now, you're either looking at being a hyper aggressive build, or you're looking a little more on the controlling end. And I tend to think that the best of 2 formatting, which is what all the DLCs are for day 1, is that you want to have the option to be aggressive. You want to have the option to be able to out aggro someone, be on the play, and just kind of be a giver. I think that having an answer to Daisy, because it'll be such a prevalent card in the format, as well as having ways to sort of just apply pressure has been really good. So like she said, the 4 Shmis, the 3 Piglets, those are your turn 2 plays. And I think the sequencing for this deck is that you do turn 1 play of like a Cindy, a Robin, possibly a little Queen or a Daisy. Those are your turn 1 plays. Turn 2 is Shmi, Piglet, something in that vein. And turn 3 is either a removal spell or a shift up to a Robin or a shift up to a Queen. And sort of like keeping that momentum to sort of play the first aggressive drop, play a second aggressive drop, and then turn 3 having the ability to remove sort of whatever was early aggressive, or if you've got Cindy to do a turn 1 removal or a turn 2 removal with the Storm Rage on or Strength of Raging Fire, just so that way you guarantee that your characters are able to collect different value.
Cooperator's looking for you. I told them to call back in an hour or so. I also switched the phone number around again.
Yeah.
All right, so where were you?
So I was just talking about how we feel about this list. So I think Steel Song, given what everyone's saying about it, is that I think that Steel Song feels like the deck to beat going into Vegas, going into Birmingham.
I think it's a strong deck. It is beat by other decks. It is a strong deck, and it seems to be like a popular one from what I'm seeing as far as like deck lists go. It didn't have a great conversion rate at a couple of tournaments. I think that's because they were kind of potentially being beat out by each other, or
I think they're probably cannibalizing.
I think they were cannibalizing each other, and then like the big like Sisu decks are tough for this. So.
Yeah, I think like the challenge is that I think the CC decks are kind of gunning for this one, but like the things like the traditional like Pawpsicle build, like the like the Maleficent's bigger stuff type deck, really eats the CC decks alive because they just can't quite get enough value to be able to keep up with it.
Yeah.
So I think that in terms of like I think Steel Song is one of the decks to beat, just because it has a lot of early aggressive plays, the ability to have the kind of removal that kills early aggressive decks on the other side, and gives you sort of that ability to play through it. I would say that decks like CC1 Ice specifically, does a really good job of trying to answering all of this stuff because your stuff is small enough that a CC with a Pawpsicle or with the Ice Block is going to kill almost all your board most of the time. But it's something where I think that this list has a lot of potential. I think you just have to pick a lane.
Yeah.
And I would say that this list feels very good into, like, it feels very middle of the pack. It feels like it's very an all-rounder, and I think you kind of you have to decide if you want to be an aggro-aggressive play, because I don't think with the sort of like the bounce deck still in the format and CC1 Ice around, I don't think you can convincingly play the long-term game with this deck in the way that you did before.
Yeah, with the Perditas. I kept saying on the way here, like, I really like Perdita, but no, that's fair.
Yeah, with the Perditas, with like the things like Sleepy's Flute, I don't know if those are convincing answers to me anymore.
Okay. Well,
because I think they're too slow.
Let's make the edits that we were kind of talking about. I did anyone who might be watching this is interested in. It's not up right now, but I've got a video that's going to go up my YouTube channel and an article, like a 6-page article that I'm going to put on the deck blog about like my breakdown of this deck, like what is the core stuff, controversial things about what I don't consider core to this deck anymore.
Yep.
The Ariel I don't consider core. Ursula, you can take her out. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff that so I boiled it down to like the 20 to 22 cards you need, and all my thought and rationale behind all the other cards is in there, if you're interested in more information. If you're also interested in beating this deck, which, please don't come up with that until after I play in Birmingham. But if you're interested in playing this deck, I might give you some insight as to why I think certain cards are played. So.
Yeah, awesome. So let's talk it through.
So, necessary cards are Little Cindy.
Yeah, got her.
Little Robin Hood.
Yep.
Because I like it wasn't in my necessary cards for like my like core list, but like as far as I want to play it, the Robin Hood line is a keep.
He's your value,
yeah.
Right? Like he's a very reasonable thing to shift into. He's an early turn play.
Shmi. As far as like the turn 2 plays.
Touching stuff. No, thank you very much.
So Shmi, I would consider like a turn 1 Cindy, turn 2 Robin Hood. Turn turn 1 Cindy or Robin Hood, turn 2 Robin Hood or Shmi, turn 3 Big Robin Hood. 8 pieces of removal, or piglets. Yeah, I'm considering piglets important to my build. So 8 pieces of removal, which is the Strength of a Raging Fire and Let the Storm Rage On.
Yeah, because they so the way that you're laying out, is when it comes to this stuff, you have your early turn pressure pieces. You have your Shmis, piglets, Robin Hood, Cindy's. These are your early pressure pieces that kind of keep you in the game, keep going. The removal spec is important because you need to kill the first couple things that your opponent plays
to be able
that these things are protected. So these are functionally protected pieces for this stuff.
Naveen, I think is better than Ariel, so he gets put in there first.
Yeah.
Rapunzel,
Why?
I think. Pardon?
Why?
I like Naveen better because there's not that many songs in this deck, all things considered. There's 4, 8,
most
9, 10,
16.
16. So Ariel doesn't hit for me as far as her ability goes.
She's only 25% chance.
Yeah,
So.
it's 25% most of the time, and it feels less when I play it. So it's essentially you're playing 3 for a 2/3 that gets you 1 lore, and that's it. I mean,
Also
she can
gets
sing
brawled.
5, and she can be brawled, which means that if she's sitting out there, you're thinking, okay, well, at least she didn't hit a song, but at least next turn I can sing with her. Chances are she's dying. So I think that when it comes down to it, Naveen coming out 1 turn later and just playing the song for free, as opposed to having like
Well, it protects your forward momentum, right?
Yeah.
Like you play this guy, versus like
Yeah.
spending on turn 3 to invest in her, hope she pays off. Because the challenges with her, oftentimes you'll sing with her and she'll immediately die.
She'll immediately die.
Yeah,
So
someone
she
will punch
doesn't
her out.
stick her like, and especially without that, because I know at one point in time Simba's were in the deck, and
Yeah.
Simba's at least protected her.
Yeah.
Without any bodyguards there, and with all of the spot removal, like the bodyguards are kind of pointless right now because there's a lot of spot removal. Look at this deck. Look at the red decks there. Like, yeah.
And the challenge with her is that if you're playing against like the things like CC on Ice, or even just against like against another Steel Song deck, like Strength and Raging Fire kills
Yeah.
her, Long Came Zeus kills her. If she's ready, if she's exerted, Robin Hood just picks her off. Like
Yeah.
there's so many ways where she dies and doesn't get you the value of her sing, and if she doesn't
she doesn't-
hit off the card off of the
Yeah,
the
she
top
doesn't.
four,
She doesn't give you the card, and she doesn't. She doesn't trade with a lot of things either. So like even if
she
something's
nothing. She doesn't efficiently trade with anything.
yeah. So Naveen before Ariel, Rapunzel I think is important. One of the reasons why I think Rapunzel is important, especially if you're looking at people wanting to play aggro, is Rapunzel gives you a way to draw a card without resetting your opponent. So getting your opponent to ditch their hand on like the blue-red side feels good because you're getting rid of their answers. Against an aggro deck that empties their hand, it says, please hold New World me, I want to just empty my hand again. It doesn't really feel like it. So card draw without giving your opponent the card draw is good.
Yeah.
Big Cindy I'd put in next.
So is she core to the deck, do you think, or is she just a nice have? Because this stuff is core.
You're right. So that stuff is core. I included Big Cindy as a core for me right now, and the reason I included Big Cindy as a 2 for a core for me right now is simply because a lot of the bigger decks are there, and against aggro especially, like she felt good against aggro, and you want something that can survive late game. She's the only thing that can really survive late game.
She's also a really cheeky play because like her ability to challenge ready characters is hugely important, and against like the other aggro matchups because like they will oftentimes play like a 2 or 3 drop quester to be able to sort of like sandbag for next turn. And most of the stuff they'll play will be at the 3 to 4 toughness, like a Daisy. Or
and Cindy can sing one song, and Cindy can take them out.
Yeah, and she also just presents such a forward pressure piece, and she's against the Amir, unless they've got World's Greatest Criminal mind, like they're not removing her in a meaningful way.
Yeah,
because like Long Came Zeus does 3 to her, almost all the other stuff kind of punches for less.
Yeah.
Like
so a lot of the stuff that was considered core, and then Along Came Zeus, the aerials, I'm iffy on. The bare necessities I think is good. I think the bare necessities is good because it, like you were saying earlier, it's proactive. It gets rid of problems before they come out, like castles, like libraries, like.
I think it's one of those ones where it's a card where I think you want some number of them in your deck, even just as a 2 of, because part of what you want is that a little bit of knowledge to plan out your curve, and worst case scenario, you input.
Yeah.
It also gives you things against decks where it's like, on your opponent's side, right? If you're looking at their, if you're playing into the mirror, and if you know that your opponent is on a really aggressive version of Steel Song, and that their game plan is most likely to spam their entire hand,
whole new world,
this gives you that sort of check of saying,
what's in your hand?
What's in your hand?
Yeah.
No whole new world? No, you're not going to get a reset.
Yeah.
Or if you see that and then, that's your hand, you go, okay, well, if I know you're potentially going to reset me, I can sequence my play so that I grind down your value and I force you to do the whole new world. I force you to have to do it. Or even just taking their removal spells out of their hand and saying, okay, cool, you went, I went turn 1 Cindy, you went turn 1 Cindy. I don't have to let the Storm Rage on to get rid of it, but I do have a bare necessities to take away your spot removal from that space, right?
Yeah.
Like
So
it gives you that flex.
That's kind of the and this is the stuff that I'm thinking about putting in. I'm debating up to 4 piglets. The queen line feels like I said, I got to eat my words with why I don't know why people are playing it anymore. I think they're playing it for the mirror.
Yeah.
So the queen line potentially, and the daisy to add kind of that extra little bit of aggro, and then the bare necessities because
Because I think we've decided that in terms of like
I
how
want to go aggro.
because you want to win the best of two format,
Yeah.
right? Best of two formatting rewards, being aggressive, being on the play. And I think that Daisy, and part of the other reason that, so like the list that we've changed it to, so we've cut a few things.
Yeah, let me bring up my list. Okay.
So as far as it is, we have 4 Robins, 4 Cindy's, 4 Daisies. So the Daisies get the nod in because we want to be able to be aggressive. We want to be able to be on the play and apply a lot of pressure early on. And while Daisy can definitely feed our opponent's cards, we do want to prioritize having as much forward tempo as we can be.
4 queens. So that's 16 1-drops.
Yeah.
So like, and the amount of times in games like over the last couple of days where I've been like ink go for turn 1 because I haven't had a 1-drop. This will hopefully.
And the other thing with this list is I think that with the numbers that we've cut down to, we're down to what, like 16 nons?
Yeah, 16 non-characters.
Because I think it's that, and then like.
Shmi.
Yeah.
Piggy. I have 3 piggies, which we have 3 piggies there.
I want to make a point about the daisies.
Sorry.
So with the daisy being on the other side of the table, having more character cards that apply pressure and sort of removal, like things like the queen.
In the mirror,
you hit more often.
Yeah.
So if we're loading up on along came Zeus's or things,
they're all just going to the.
They're all just going to the bottom. Whereas if it's like a queen or it's a Robin Hood or it's something like Rapunzel, those hit more often and just give us that more advantage to work with, so we can unload and just be faster and better. So that's kind of the logic of if we're going to expect a lot of daisies, not only do we want to be able to kill them effectively, but we also want to benefit when they quest into us.
Yeah. All right. So 4 Shmies, 3 piggies.
Yeah.
I have 4 bare necessities in our list.
I think we're probably not going to go up quite that high.
Okay. That's that old sleeve if you want to switch it though.
That's fine. So.
Okay. But I do have 4 we can potentially cut.
Yeah, I think we were just snowballing on that one. I think 4 is probably.
I think 4 might be too many. It's 4 ofs most of it, except for Piglet and Cinderella. I think most of it's 4 ofs in here. Yeah. Which means some stuff probably has to get cut. All right. 4 Let the Storm Rage On. 4 Strength of a Raging Fire. Yeah. 4 Naveen. 4 Rapunzel.
Yep.
4 Whole New World.
Yep.
4 Robin Hood.
Yep.
4 the Queen.
Yep.
2 Big Cindy.
2 Big Cindy.
And then I had this a 3F spot left open if I wanted to do lanterns, if I wanted to do aerials, and that's kind of my.
I think aerials feel like the card where you leave that in for now.
Yeah.
I'm not super.
Or I guess flutes, but I don't.
I think flutes are the wrong call. I think flutes are too slow against like the daisy matchups. I think that they just don't get enough floor, and I think against the really dedicated aggro or the dedicated control list, I think we're not playing enough songs to sort of feel like I'm able to get across the finish line.
Pete stays on the maybe list because I'm going to see if I miss him. I don't feel bad.
I think Pete's a dog card, and I think it's something where I'm not super sold on it being kind of like the way to go.
Yeah. All right.
These are definitely in the wrong sleeves.
Pardon?
These are definitely wrong sleeves.
Which ones?
Those ones.
Oh yeah, both queens are good. Do I have more sleeves in here? Oh good.
Yeah.
I have to get my pill anyway, so.
Yeah. Oh. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 42 plus 8.
Alright, I got anything to skin here?
15. You know I have open ones, right?
Where?
On the desk.
Oh, I can let the
It's all good.
Okay.
I as well. Yeah, so I like the configuration of this list. I think that this list might struggle a little into this Ruby Sapphire list.
Well, let's give it a shot and see.
But I think it's one of those things you just dedicate to being aggressive.
So I'm going to call this version 3.
Yeah.
Little Queens.
Yeah.
Is that it? Alright, so just start shuffling.
Sure.
And this is 60 cards. A lot of people are playing more than 60s.
I mean, 60, it's one of those arguments always that, what is like the appropriate number of stuff? And I would say that for me, it's a lot of times is the.
When I do limited, so Magic drafts, it's 42, just that somebody can't deck me.
What? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess that was one mill. There was a lot of mill cards in Innistrad.
Still.
You know what? I'm okay with making bad choices. I think we've agreed that I made bad choices in Magic all the time.
I mean, yeah. Make better choices like Magic, not so much. But yeah, so this is sort of the rough list of what we're thinking. I think it hits the right note so that we want to play Queen. It won't matter this much against this matchup because the Daisy Ducks, aren't really a threat on my side of the field. But you're big enough to sort of get outside of the Medusa range, which is relevant. You are able to quest early with it, so you can quest for 2 on turn 2, or just Whole New World on turn 2, which is a nice threat to have.
Okay, well, let's see how it goes.
Yeah, let's see how this goes. See how this goes. So, that's the 2 formatting for Toronto. I'm sorry.
I already did Toronto.
Yeah, I already did Toronto. I already did find that one. It's good. Alright. 8. 8. That's a 5.
That's off camera, doesn't count. Okay. Oh, that's lower. That's a 5.
Reward you. Not rewarding for keepers. Cool. I'll be on the play. I always want to be on the play as much as I can be because game 1, having that tempo advantage is really relevant, and also in the dark, not knowing what you're playing, it's a good thing for me to know. So my opening hand is fine. I've got acceleration. I've got some stuff to do early on, so I don't hate it. I don't love this hand, but it's okay. I don't have a turn 1 play, but I do have a turn 2 play that you can interact with, and I can ink some stuff and kind of be satisfied with it. So we're good. We're close as we're gonna get.
Okay.
What do you think?
Alright. So I've got a Bare Necessities, I've got a Whole New World, I've got the Naveen to go with the Whole New World, so all of a sudden, like, already feels good. I've got an early-ish pressure piece, I've got 2 pieces of spot removal, I've got a healing thing or an ink, and in this case I've got an ink. So I think
no turn 1 play.
No turn 1 play though, which also makes these a little bit more irrelevant because I'm not singing them right away. So I think my gut says toss that back because it's uninkable as well.
Yeah.
I think I want to keep those 2. I think I want to keep one of them for a guaranteed ink. And I think I keep this for either the spot removal or the ink.
I think here you really, really want a turn 1 play, especially being on the draw, whether that's a Cindy to sing, Strength of Raging Fire, or whether that's a...
And I have 16 uninkables as opposed to the 20 that was originally in it, so I might be able to more safely check back those 3.
Yeah, I think that you...
I think you keep these.
Yeah, I think you keep those.
Yeah, I think I keep this.
Yeah, because it inks either way,
yeah,
right?
I think I keep this either for ink or for if I get the early turn.
Yeah, so the nice choice about these 2 in your hand gives you the flexibility. And I'm on the play, you'll see my first activation. Yeah. You'll see my first inking, which means that you can say, okay, cool.
Do I need this or do I need this?
Do I need aggro? Do I need control?
Yeah. So 3 is what you say?
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Because you're just fishing for a 1-drop. You want to be able to do something on turn 1 and be able to do something on turn 2, and this gives you the ability to curve out just pretty much.
How do I have 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm cheating already. Look at me.
Don't do that.
Alright, go ahead.
Cool. So on my turn, I'll ink a Maleficent, showing you that I'm definitely playing some sort of late game deck.
Pawpsicle type. Or CC.
So it's what's it signal?
It signals kind of the blue-red deck, whether it is either Pawpsicle or Sisu.
Probably not Sisu, because Sisu...
I thought that some of the big Sisu decks were playing 4 of Maleficent. Your other list was.
My list was playing 4 Maleficent.
No? Oh, that was okay.
Mostly you're playing Sisu and you're playing Be Prepared, so you're
Okay,
playing.
so it says Pawpsicle.
It says Pawpsicles for the most part. It also potentially says Ruby Amethyst is the other option that could be.
Oh yeah, I guess they did they play a lot of I didn't
Yeah.
think they played a lot of Maleficents anymore.
But as far as that goes, like that could be what it is.
Okay.
But you're right. The read is probably Popsicle.
So with Pawpsicle, I probably don't need this. I
Correct.
probably need this instead. So
Yeah.
draw a card,
Yeah.
which is a Shmi. I shuffled. I'm going to be inking that then.
Yep.
And I'm going to be playing the Queen.
Yep, because you just want that you need a turn one pressure piece, right?
Go ahead.
All right, we're going to. You're showing me Steel Song. I am not super happy about my choices. Here I'm in a weird spot. So here I want to keep progressing my board, but the question is, what do I get rid of to do that? So here I think Vision of the Future is very powerful. I don't have a whole lot of ability to resolve it now, so I think I play Tipo. And I think I want to ink a Be Prepared there. The logic being if you bear necessities, so on this turn, I want to try to bait you into taking the other Be Prepared.
I don't want the fishbone. I'm going to be honest about that.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
But a decent amount of other players might want to be prepared. I want the fishbone.
And if I have both Be Prepared in my hand, you're going to just take the fishbone. Like there's no choice there.
All right, Rocker.
Yeah.
I got a little piggy. All right, so I've got choices here. So if you're on control, part of me wants to play one of those two to be a little bit on the greedy side, but I think I play this. Because, no? Okay, I was going to say, because you're at the fishbone turn. Okay.
So I think potentially what you do, like, if you want to take it, you can. Just bear in mind that means you're not applying any forward pressure to me.
That's fair. So I'm going to ink this one again.
Yeah.
I'm going to play the Piglet over the Shmi. Logic being he now tops for 3 as soon as I drop the Shmi next turn.
I'd probably just play the Shmi here.
Yeah.
Yeah. The reason you play the Shmi here, it gets around a brawl.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It doesn't die to that. Additionally, it means that on the next turn, you might even have the ability to, sing Bare Necessities with me if you want to, and resolve the Piglet. So you still have that pressure piece, but you're not exposing the Piglet being popped out by like a team.
Do I want a quest? I don't have the big queen in my hand.
I don't think you're worried about me playing anything about it. So I think again, you just.
I think she's less of an issue, especially if I tap her. It kind of says I don't have the big queen right now. Go ahead.
You want that forward momentum. So I get to live the turn. Yay me. And now I need to decide what I want to do. Because you're starting to get into a board state that I'm going to have a hard time dealing with. I think that I make the call that my Be Prepared is probably not safe in my hand. I'm going to ink with that. I'm going to ink that. And we're going to dig a little bit, see what I find. So here I'm looking for a Flaversham, which I found. So great. So take a card, don't have to show it to you. But also now I know that my dimes and my bare necessities are my Be Prepared at the bottom of the deck. So.
I don't, but I'm happy about that.
Yeah. So this game might be a little uphill. And
are both times at the bottom? Yeah, it's up.
I hit both times off.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be a game. Go ahead.
Ready, set, draw. Oh, look, big queen.
So here.
Okay, so I still could potentially sing this, but I have 2 options to sing with now. I could also potentially sing this. However, I don't mind waiting a turn to sing it, especially since you only have 2 cards in hand. What would you do?
I think against this list with having access to Fishbone Quill, you probably have a decent guess that I didn't, I probably just, fishbone away all the things I couldn't possibly play. So I would say that in terms of like where I'd be at is I'd say the queen is a good rip there. Your hand is still pretty full of gas.
So I don't necessarily want to play this turn.
I don't think so.
No. I could, like I said, I could do the queen. I guess I could do one of those two to play. I could ink another one of them, and I could still sing this to see what's in your hand.
So I think you want to see what's in my hand first and decide what's relevant to you.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have a Medusa. Means that I will be able to resolve either a Flaversham or a Medusa. Medusa is probably the thing that I want to go after first.
Yeah, so I see.
But no Maui, importantly.
No Maui, yeah. But I do see. So if I put the queen on here, you're just going to get rid of it.
It's 3 or less, so no, I can't get rid of it.
Oh, great, because she's a 4, yeah. Okay, so I think I want to do the queen.
Yeah, so I think you want to do the queen, apply some forward pressure. I think you can ink the other Shmi here. Your current Shmi will take the damage for existing.
Yeah.
But now you can quest the queen up to 3. You worry about a Maui here off the top, but a Maui here off the top means that,
I'll make him bigger and him smaller.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Well, that's what I want to see.
Hey, do you want card draw or do you want the removal? Right?
Yeah. I think I need to have some sort of pressure pieces in play, so I think that I am in an enviable position of ink that for now. Blow up Shmies.
Okay.
We are going to pass the turn. I missed an ink off of that. Let's see if I read it.
Oh, yeah, because you inked off a fish one, right?
Yeah.
So I can ink the piglet.
Yeah.
Play the Naveen. And play that if I don't want to recite you. I saw you missed ink. I know you have. I don't know you have a Flaversham in your hand. I assume you kept the Flaversham.
Entirely possible.
So I don't. Do I want to reset you? That's I guess the question.
I don't think you feel the need to at this point in time.
Yeah. So do I play the Naveen or do I play the piglet?
I think you play the Naveen because the Naveen gives you the options here. So I think you play Naveen. I think you play with the Stormray John. I think so you have 2 choices. You can either hedge and hit that for 2, or just remove this guy. Because if you hit another, removal spell, maybe do something else with it. But I also don't think you're doing anything else with this turn. So I think you kill this thing just to kill it.
Perfect.
And I think here you could challenge and trade into my Medusa. That feels bad for you here, especially when you might have better options of hitting Strength of a Raging Fire next turn.
Okay.
So I think while you would like to forward momentum here, I think you just sort of give it a turn. Look. Draw 2 cards. Don't play on a Flaversham. I quest for nothing here because if I do, you just kill me, so pass turn. So, the way this is shaping up is I'm at a lot of ink.
Yeah.
I'm sort of ahead, and you haven't been able to blitz me as much as you'd like to.
I don't know if I want to do a whole new world, though, do I?
I think you probably do because you want to reset. So you could play it. So there's options here.
Yeah.
You could play it off to Naveen.
Yeah.
But if you do that, you tap all of your ink and are relying just on songs to sing off the top. I think that probably what you're most likely to do is to sing it because that allows you to draw 7, draw a bunch of stuff, maybe hit a bare necessities to be able to strip out a removal spell from my hand. And that feels like a better play to make.
Okay.
So what are we working with?
We're working with a bare necessities.
Sweet.
2 queens.
Sure.
Ariel. Rapunzel. All right, so I haven't inked yet.
Not the hand we were hoping to hit off the
No, I was hoping for a lot of 1 drops. So I could just play that. I could play like an aerial end of this, which I don't necessarily mind. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are I'd want to have another body in play. I think that the bare necessities is a what are you doing type thing, and that's sort of the so if you want to play the queen, you have to commit to just playing another queen.
Yeah.
If you want to play, bare necessities, see what I'm working with. The board state I'm in, I don't think I'm incentivized at present to want to sweep everything.
Yeah.
I think that the logic of maybe just inking a queen to play a queen and passing turn here seems fine. You're presenting me with the Naveen to kill, which if I do that, you're okay with it. But I also don't hate just playing the aerial to sort of see what's going on, because the aerial with the queen also gives you both two singer platforms,
True, yeah.
and I can only probably remove one thing.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Ariel, she's so good.
Yeah,
she's
she's
so good. She
great.
looks at top 4 cards and puts them on the bottom.
Yeah.
To know when you get to the bottom of your deck.
Nice to know what's at the bottom. Okay. Well, do I do the bare necessities now just because I have the 2 ink up? Yeah. Fishbone, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't want me to have the advantage of both having cards and the
Yeah.
ink.
All right, go ahead. Scar Medusa Maui.
So, note for when you're playing, you have as much time as you like to look and read in my hand.
Yeah.
So, you tell me when I'm done.
Yeah.
Instead of the other
That
way
was good
around.
there. Yeah.
But like verbalize it.
Okay.
And if you were done,
if somebody
say,
picks up 2,
hey man, I wasn't
still,
done.
Yeah, still memorizing.
I'm still looking
Still
at your
looking at
hand.
it,
Your hand. They're not allowed to rush you through that sort of stuff. So here, there's a pretty easy trade of take out the prince, take 3 damage. Play a Pawpsicle, draw a card. Play a Pawpsicle, draw a card. Lady in red, murder that chick. Inked for the turn. I think so. Quest 2, sack both Pawpsicles. Draw 4 cards. Because that's very balanced.
Yeah, that whole new world wasn't good.
Yeah, that was pretty good for me. Well, I mean, now you know, right? Like that's part of like.
I didn't think I wanted a whole new world either, and that's good to reinforce that there. So, that reinforces the whole. Yeah, I don't want to reload your hand with rain. Okay.
So,
But I also got really bad draws off of it. So.
And again, so what I'm trying to teach you in this is like, if this is what you do, just don't do it. Just like tell me no.
Okay. Draw.
Yep.
I assume it's my turn.
Yes.
All right.
I drew 12 cards.
Okay, well, let's do 3 to do 2 damage there. Get rid of her. Draw a card. I'm gonna do 2 to do a Shmi.
Sure.
And I'm gonna ink a. I think you're just gonna straight up remove everything, and that there's no point in her. So I'm gonna ink her.
I'm gonna do my very best to remove everything you love.
I'm not gonna tap that. It just dies. So go ahead.
Yeah, I think here the game is over.
Yeah. 12 cards in your hand.
Soon to be more.
Yeah. 12 cards in your hand when you were like had 1. Yeah.
Chicka. Hippo. Ink a 1 jump. No, whatever. Ink a card from my hand. Ink a mana for turn. Chicka will drop me a card. Play Vitalisphere. We're going to quest 2. Draw 4 cards.
Must be nice to have cards that you can do things with.
I don't know what they're talking about. Go ahead.
Yeah. Very board seat.
Only roll me?
That'd be nice. Let's do 5 for a Robin Hood.
Sure.
Let's ink a queen.
Sure.
Let's play a piglet.
Sure. How? Kicking me
You
for.
deserve it.
I do nothing. I do nothing. Didn't do nothing.
All right. Well, I can make bigger, make smaller, kill.
Yeah. So kill one guy, take no damage.
I'll take the damage. No, I won't, because of piglet.
Gain 2 too.
I don't gain 2.
Well, she quests.
Oh, because she quests right there. He doesn't do that. They just came out, so that's kind of what I got there.
Murder all things. Murder all things. Two. What man? That's 2 lost. All right. This is cute. Quest 1, up to 5. He gets +2/+0. Challenge. Good job, son.
To support.
Yeah. You got
Okay,
support.
so that is not. They're not mother and.
Good job, son.
She's from an Emperor's New Groove. He's not.
Okay, so he's adopted, so that's
Oh my
even
goodness,
better. When you sacrifice him.
You're
Yeah, that makes it better. That makes it better. Totally makes it better. That's the word.
making up your own lore, not canon.
I mean, something. Put things in cannons.
Fire them.
What's that?
Fire them.
Yeah. All of these cards, whatever will I do with them?
Oh.
We're gonna ink them out because we don't need it. Draw a card from Chica. Quest 1, pop that. Up to 6. Draw 2 cards. Big cards, man, I know.
It's okay. I'm looking at your deck, wondering if I can deck you now. I'm all right with that winning strategy. Keep drawing cards.
Good. I've drawn the right amount of cards.
No, keep drawing more.
You said, go away.
I didn't like that.
My towel's here. You go away. Grandma towel's been bust for 1.
Help you.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Good.
Whole new world. Whole new world. Whole new world.
Did you? Oh,
I did. I'm gonna ink this first.
looking on my Tamato.
Get rid of them.
Like 3 scarabs. There you go. Found a move lost. I'm fine.
Can I have the Robin Hood back?
No.
I'd like it.
No, you don't get the whole new world me again.
I'd like to.
5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, cool. So I am just gotta win quick.
I think I have to take out the Medusa, don't I?
I mean, I think it's quest 3.
Just quest for 3? Okay, quest for 3. 1, 2, 3.
I think you're just living in a world where you just double whole new world. It's kind of like your game plan now.
That is the world I'd like to live in. Yes.
Draw too many cards to not just die that. I know they're on the bottom.
The dimes? Yeah.
Shit.
Do you want me to whole new world you?
Shit.
All right, that was enough to get us demonetized there.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I don't want to be monetized.
First off, trigger Temptoa. Get that back. Fishbone.
May I see your deck? Like your card count.
No, thank you. Ink Maui for the turn. 13. I know I bought him 4 cards, so dimes from the top 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
9.
So I know I can't get to dime this turn because that was the bottom 4. I get Visions of Beyond to see
To push it
5
up.
more to push it up further, but I know those 2 are where it's at. I just need to not die here, and I need to get enough forward pressure that doesn't matter. Okay, cool. So you need to have exactly 2 whole new worlds to kill me, and I need to just not die. So I could theoretically draw deep enough to get it, but then I just die to like any sort of. I die to
1 whole new world.
1 whole new world. So I need to keep dying going into my last turn. So yeah, okay.
And I have 2 whole new worlds in here for what it's worth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've gone through half my whole new worlds.
Oh yeah. Wait. So we are. So if you have the whole new world either way, I can't protect myself. So 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's that. I know I need to be able to get to there. So and if you have the 2 whole new worlds, I can't stop it either way. So the magic number to be at is 8, because 8 is the number where I just don't straight deck out because you can't make me draw any more cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can draw 5 cards. So I think I probably will. So I can do a lot of stuff this turn. I kind of need to. Alright, so we're gonna play a Pawpsicle. Play a card. We're going to play a Tipo. Ink a card. Ink that. Draw a card for Chica. We're going to double Fishbone Quill. As much as I would like him to do something in this game, Mufasa is not cutting it. And I do not want to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're good at that.
Thank you.
I do not want to play Visions because Visions just puts it in my hand. And if you whole new world me, I'd rather draw it with the Tamatoa than I would. If I have a way to get to it. Yeah, because I can, as long as fire action lives, I'm okay. Alright, that was a lot of work for not a lot of stuff. So, quest 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no activation. Challenge. Dead, please. Support.
Oh, support? You didn't point that out.
Sorry.
you have to point it out.
You're right.
Yeah.
Quest, support trigger. Make
Thank you.
Tipo.
Yeah, there you go.
Make her proud. Make your adopted mom happy. Good. 2, 3, 4, 7. So I win on board. Sorry. Hopefully it's not double.
Anchor Robin Hood?
Yeah, ship to Robin Hood?
Nope.
Oh, yay. I'm safe.
Maybe.
I may have safe. You have
5? What else?
Yeah, you have 9, 8. You can't get me.
If there's a Robin Hood and a Whole New World in here, I can.
Oh, that's not very nice. Don't do that.
No!
Yes. Yes.
Ah! Deck! Alright, it's a little bit further. Okay. Or I guess the Naveen and the Whole New World could have done it too. Okay. Well,
Oh, yeah, I could have too,
yeah, Naveen and the Whole New World could have done it too. Well, I didn't get it, so next game.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
didn't even get the Whole New World. Didn't get either piece of it. Alright. Was that the dime was the one that was on top there? Because you had to, I think it's specifically to that, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
I knew where it was, but yeah. Oh. I think that's the last time I told you.
Okay. I do like the idea of decking you.
understand that. I am a greedy person, so
And I think a lot of people playing that deck would be. I don't think they'd be thinking, I have to keep at least.
I have to be safe-ish. The challenge is like once I dip below 15 cards, I can't really be safe anymore.
And I'm good at keeping the memory kind of count and whatnot in my head to say, if I count the deck once, to be able to count what you're playing and drawing, to be able to know how many whole new worlds I got to do to you.
Yeah.
All right. Game 2?
Sure.
I'm on the first.
Gonna write down? Or are you ready to?
I already wrote it down. Okay.
So I think you just weren't fast enough that this one.
Hey, look. 1 drop. 1 drop. 1 drop. 3 drop. 2 drop. Whole new world, and yeah. I got no complaints. I'm keeping it.
Oh, yep. That's fair.
Go ahead.
Cool. No play. Sweet.
Oh, no, sorry. Go ahead for your mulligan.
So for my mulligan, my hand is kind of conservative. I have a turn 2 1 jump, turn 3 Fishbone Quill, and I have a turn 2 1 jump into a Grandma or a Flaversham. And ideally, I'd like to get up to Medusa so I can kind of play that early on. So I think I'm okay with this hand. It is not the best hand I've ever seen, but hopefully I get a Pawpsicle off the top to make it a little better, and that'd be great. So I'll keep it.
You're going to keep it?
No
Okay.
points.
I think Cindy's who I ink in favor of playing the Robin Hood because I have the ship Robin.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And you know that I don't really have anything that punishes you for that, right?
Mm-hmm. And I also don't know that it's not like I'm going to be singing with this because you don't play things that are that.
Ink and Maleficent, pass turn.
Set draw. If the plan is to do Robin Hood Whole New World, I don't need the Queen.
No, you don't need the Queen.
But I also don't need the Cindy.
You don't need the Queen. But you do want to play the Piglet here.
Play the Piglet, yeah. I don't think there's anything at
Rush.
2 with Rush. So.
I mean, I could be playing Queen, but like Queen of Hearts, but like that'd be a doubtful card to be in my deck at this point in time. Ink and Maleficent, gonna play a 1 jump, and that's it for me.
Set draw. Yeah, so I'm gonna a bare necessities. I'm just gonna Whole New World you, no point in playing that. So I'm gonna ink the Cindy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shift Robin.
Yeah, because I've got a million cards. This is
I'm
the
going
perfect time
to sing that.
Yeah.
Okay
with that.
And Piglet's just questing for 1.
Yeah.
But I think I quest for 1 because I don't think I don't think there's a huge amount of rush. So
No.
Go ahead.
Alrighty. Well then. Fishbone Quill, activate Fishbone Quill, inks that card, the Pawpsicle, draw a card. Oh no.
What?
That's not what I want to do.
What?
Fishbone Quill. 1 jump.
1 jump. Okay.
There we go. Oh, yeah. Good.
Draw. Okay. So I could Naveen into Whole New World and get rid of your hand again. However, my hand doesn't feel that bad. It doesn't have the song that I'd play off of Naveen, but at 4 ink, what do you do?
Need to make a note for later.
At 4 ink, I could potentially be doing these 2. Which doesn't necessarily feel bad. It gives me a second singing platform, and it gives me that kind of aggro piece. However, Whole New Worlding this deck feels good, but Whole New Worlding this deck feels good once they have drawn a whole bunch of cards. What would your thoughts be?
I think the fish one out makes it challenging for me. I'd say one of the things, so with this hand and this board, I think that I'd want to apply more forward pressure.
Yeah,
I would say that hand is a little clogged up as it stands. So I don't hate the idea of, inking something here and just playing the bean and just kind of questing for 5. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess They're all going to the inkwell, so does or the bonus card pile, so it doesn't matter which one I do. So Naveen, Whole New World.
Yeah.
So quest for 5.
Yeah, up to 7.
Go ahead.
Oh, so here, ready, I draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get prepared range, which I want to do.
Prepare.
Yeah. And I am going to ink normal for the turn. That's right.
Set. Draw. So potentially at 5. I've got a bunch of 1-drops. I've got a couple of 2-drops. I've got the Ariel. I've got the Shift Robin Hood. And I've got so my thoughts are to play as much stuff as possible with the potential of being able to shift it up next turn.
Yeah.
So that would be a Robin Hood for 1. A Piglet for 2.
Yeah.
I'm going to ink one of the Little Queens.
Yeah.
And play the Shmi.
Yeah.
For 2.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily feeling the need to dig for songs right now, so that is my board secret. Go ahead. But I've held enough back that if you have a second Be Prepared, I still have stuff to play.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little under the gun right now because I feel like I've got a lot of stuff I got to answer, and I'm not sure I can. So we're gonna. That's too big. That's too funky. We're going to ink this, even though it's probably questionable. We're going to 1 jump ahead, draw a card Chica. We're going to ink Tippo for the turn. We are going to send to blow up the Piglet.
Medusa?
Sorry, Medusa, yeah. Listen, there's the other card. Go ahead.
So, I'm going to shift the Robin Hood.
Yep.
Most certainly.
Yep.
The only question would be, do I just play 2 queens or do I play an Ariel?
I can see the logic of playing an Ariel so you can let you take for him.
Play an Ariel.
Actually,
What?
I need another photo. So,
that 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I'm taking the Strength of Virgin Fire. I'm going to put the daisies on top.
Yeah.
I don't see a reason to do a Whole New World.
No.
I don't see a reason to do Let the Storm Rage On, although maybe I do. Maybe Chica could change some things. But I think that if I just tap for 4 this turn, puts me up to 11. It makes you have to answer things, which I mean you can answer.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Yeah.
Play. I would have liked to gotten rid of Chica, so I think maybe the play would have been to remove the Chica instead of the arrow. Do we have this?
No, that's what I drew off the Ariel.
I would almost. So I am low on cards. I only have 2. Chica, if I fishbone activate,
That's true.
You know,
So
gets
maybe
me.
I sing that. And
I
get rid
think
of-
you maybe sing that to sort of see what's going
Yeah.
on.
So put me up to 9 for the Shmi. 1 damage on him.
You do get to draw a card first, remember?
For what?
To let the storm rage on.
Yeah. So like I already drew it off the arrow. No, that's fair. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Because like being able to stop me from inking would be good. Oh boy. You're at 9.
Mhm.
That answers me. Just the easy part. We could answer you should do. You will have visions of the future. So good. Grab that card. Go to that's turn.
So I think I want to reload my hand at this point in time. I think that this, and this are not. I mean, I could play them all, and
I don't see a problem with playing them all here.
and then holding
just
that back. Oh, and whole new world.
Yeah.
I don't want to give you a start of 7 without.
You're empty. This Maleficent's going to beat you. This Madame Goose is going to beat you, and whatever I'm ripping in my hands, like you need to do something to be here. If you don't want to do it though, you don't have to do it. Yeah, I'm happy to. So let's play it out without doing it and see how it goes.
I think I want to do this next turn. Is what I want to do. That way I can unload again.
Sure.
So that way I can benefit off of the whole new world first.
Sure. So wait turn.
Yeah.
Okay with that play.
Because I don't think you have a huge amount of bounce stuff to be able to bounce the Maleficent or the Medusa to get rid of this stuff. You only got 3 cards in your hand.
Pretty good cards.
But if I'm looking at it, 7 has a potential to have even more.
And plus 2. Good.
So I'm going to ink this.
Yep.
It only leaves me 2 ink, but I want to do this now.
But I like my Mufasa. He's my buddy. He's my bros. He's my ride or die.
Well,
the answer is he died.
50?
Sure. Only will be again.
I was debating it, but I got the Nibby next year to do it for free. So I think I'm going to hold off for the Nibby.
Okay.
So does that make sense?
Yeah. What else did you hit?
So I had 2 ink up. It makes sense, in my opinion, to play her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think if you got a turn. I mean, like I'm not hugely ahead. I can see a world where you.
I mean, if I do 2, that can actually trade with a Maleficent. Now Maleficent will take that out, but
I think you want to have your singing platforms intact. You gave me a lot of cards, so I'm going to have a lot of removal options in my hand, but I think, if you're playing conservatively, which is what you dedicate to by not whole new worlding the previous turn with the aerial, I think you want to wait a turn to be able to do some stuff.
Okay. Good.
Alrighty, bud. We're gonna play a bunch of cards. How many whole new worlds are in your graveyard, man?
I think 3. 2. 3.
3. Okay, so 9, 8 is the safest number, so I can be greedy. That's
you have a lot. You haven't drawn a lot of cards this game.
That's
compared to last game.
Compared to last time. Play a Tipo. Ink that. Ink that. Draw a card for chicken. Yeah. Tamatoas. Play down. Draw a card. Ink. Ink for the turn. Pawpsicle, draw a card. And dragons go grr and quest. Or 2 for 5. Up to 7.
7?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I think I want to try to be as aggressive as possible, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to ink the Robin Hood.
Yep.
I'm going to, I think I play Daisy.
Yep.
I think I play Naveen.
Yeah.
To do a whole new world.
Yeah. By hand. Got one on board, but yes.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
I have a dime in my hair.
Yeah, that's true.
You only have to get a couple more guys in play. You have 3 1-drops. Did you ink this turn?
I did.
So when you ink this turn, leave it face up so you know that you inked something. Because it's one of those critical moments where you don't want to like cut yourself out of the choice.
I inked a Robin Hood.
Yeah. Was there anything else you could inked?
Yeah.
Probably should have done that.
Should I have?
Just because like you want to play out a dude because you're looking to go
Play
wide
him
this
out as
turn.
well?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's fair. I guess, yeah.
Right.
Go as wide as possible.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I still can't. Because it's 7.
Yeah. Nobody gonna get to the 8th.
Nobody get to the 8th. Those are my other 2 characters.
Okay. No, you need to try.
But I'll do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll play this turn.
So as far as it goes, currently looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on board, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it puts me at 18. So if I can play 2 items, I win, but you don't really have a good way to kill Tamatoa.
I do. I have 2 of those.
Yeah, that's definitely a way to kill him.
Yeah. So if I had done what I did before, which is...
Or the other option is that, so like Tamatoa is questing for a lot, but you can also kill Medusas here, which cuts off my clock. So this is the stuff that you know.
Okay.
This is all kind of common knowledge. You know that I have a dime in my yard.
So let's assume I did. Let's assume I did what I thought I did, which is So this is what's in my hand. That's what was played. That was what was in my hand. That's what's left out. Because I have 3 potential removal spells that I want to.
Jesus.
And I could cast those with that.
So I currently have access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Which is enough to get Dime back and activate it.
And Tamatoa.
Yeah. You can, however, 3 double strength or raging fire something and fix that problem.
Okay, so I could strength of raging fire number 1.
Drop it there, right?
There. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
So 5 damage.
Yep.
Sing it again to get rid of it.
Probably same with Rapunzel.
Rapunzel to get rid of it. Okay.
Yeah, that kills that.
And 1, 2. It's 5. I could still do one of those guys if I want to with this.
You could also you could quest 2 with Queen.
Quest 2 with Queen. No, that's
Pump
true.
up Robin Hood.
And
then
Robin,
trade with
Robin Hood can trade
that,
with it. Yeah,
right?
actually, that
like
feels
that
good,
takes my clock way down.
Okay. All right.
And still leaves you with 2, 4, 6, 8 on field,
Okay.
which I can kill a lot of it back, but I am
Okay.
losing a good chunk of my board.
Okay.
So that was not great for me. Don't love that. I did draw a Scar though, so Scar makes this easier. God, I love me some Scars. Scars are hot. But.
Yes, there's all my help.
Okay, cool. I think I can stall you out for this next couple of turns. So I just need to not die and need to kill your stuff. So I can do that. So Maleficent, go away.
Get the name right.
Sorry, Medusa,
There we
go
go.
away. The other red thing that murders stuff. They both kill the same thing. Ink for the turn. Ink for the turn. Draw for Chica. Chicha? Is that her actual name? I keep
think
calling her
it's Chicha.
Chica.
I think it's Chicha.
Chicha.
It's been a while since I've seen that movie.
I don't even know what's up.
Emperor's New Groove.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that his mom?
She's Cusco's mom. Yeah. According to the internet, I had to look it up.
Okay, so it's not just me. Got it. That's kind of cute, actually. She's gonna quest. She's gonna support another woman in her time.
That's nice of her. Yeah.
We'll pop a Pawpsicle. Heal 2, go to 1. She's gonna punch out Rapunzel.
Hey.
Maleficent's gonna challenge the Queen.
4.
4. Tip over, adopt a child. It's gonna quest for 1 to 9. And because it's funny, rather than it's being good, I want to play this card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Count. That's 8. My boy. My king.
Goody.
You know, goody.
Oh.
Oh, goody. Not the best phrase. There's a dime in there somewhere. Find me my dime. You good? Happy with those?
Those two. Is it time?
Can't tell you. Oh, I could tell you, but I'm not talking.
My turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
I hate this matchup. Oh, I hate this
I
matchup.
love this one. It's like a sweet.
Shmee.
Yep.
Shmee.
Yep.
Well, Cindy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck.
Good. You're very close to winning. I think I win on this turn, but I think you're very close to winning.
How do you win? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, so what do I need to get rid of?
Oh, Mufasa.
What do I need to get rid of that I can get rid of? Because I can either do 2 damage to something and draw a card, or 1 damage to something. I do have a Bare Necessities. You're empty-handed though, right? Oh, that's your hand. Never mind, I thought that was your ink.
Sorry. That's my
So I don't think it's worth Bare Necessities right now because I need to get rid of something on the field. I think that's the more important part. I think putting these out because I am close to winning and like.
I think you let the Storm Rage on to kill the Wolfson. That's
I
pretty
think
easy
I
to
let
pick
the
up.
Storm Rage on to do that too. That's what I was thinking. I have not inked this turn, so
I don't think there's a reason.
I don't think
to
there's a reason to
here.
ink. Yeah.
I don't know what you're gonna be doing.
Do I quest?
I think you quest
Yeah.
regardless. Like you
Figured.
kind of have to.
Bottom that. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, look, it's another one. I bottom one, right? Just to make sure. I did. Hey, look at that. It's magic. Right?
All right, just quest them and untap your ink before you use any of it. Be smart about that.
I don't think that's
Quest first?
No, no. He's my boy. He goes last. I'll make sure everyone clears the way for his evidence. Okay, just to be clear, we've gone through all 4 holding worlds
Yes.
here. I could be greedy.
You can be greedy.
4, 5, 6, 7. I would like to check. It doesn't matter.
Will
Yeah.
you allow me to play a 5th one?
No, I will not allow you to play the 5th
There's
holding world.
4.
Okay, cool. The records show there are 4 in the yard, so I get a hit by the 5th one.
Give me a sec. I just need to go to my box or something unrelated.
No. Put it down. All right, so on board, playing optimally because I'm having fun and I'm playing a little sloppy.
13, 14, 15,
I have
16,
8.
17.
I can go to 17. I just need to play dime and do whatever. So we've guaranteed that I've got this game.
Do you have dime?
I have Tamatoa. But we're going to be degenerate, so you're going to have to bear with me. No F6ing.
Next game.
No, that's not how this works. Fishbone.
F6.
Fishbone. No. No conceding. Fishbone goes. No, I'm not ready for him yet. Ink. Ink for the turn. Draw for Chicana. Did I double Fishbone go? No, I definitely don't. Hit one.
I think you played it and you played it tapped. I'll allow you to play it tapped.
Hushy. Ink.
Whole new world.
Not done yet. Or
Ignore this.
hey, cheater McCheater's face. Tamato. Get back a dime.
Add ink?
No. Almost though.
Pat's turn?
Absolutely not. Quest.
You're just rude to do
quest.
this, right?
I'm sure. Quest. 8. Trigger. Ready.
Tap 2. You're just gonna play your hand because you can.
Visions.
Well, it's everything but the last card.
It's cute. Shit.
Just play it, okay?
No. Can't trick me. Ah, it's so close to being able to do it. It's so sad. I should have thanked the grandma. Uh, oh no, wait. So that finds
Let me
me.
know when you're done.
All right, so no, watch it. Watch it. So that finds me that.
You get to pick the order.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Visions. Look at the top five. I'm gonna take this one. Put these ones back in this order.
You know, I really liked Mufasa. I
Draw.
feel like you're taking him from me. Cast it.
No. Activate team. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah. Task be prepared.
No. Absolutely not.
Well, that happened.
It did happen. So, we have determined that I can still win this matchup. That's nice to know.
I didn't win one.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we should probably take a break for lunch and stuff because I gotta go to work in a little bit. How'd that feel?
you know, fantastic. It was great. No complaints. No
Okay.
no notes.
Cool.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at all the Amber Steel cards to see what deals with that. You are messing all that up. Too excited. Just the one.
So.
Sweet. Well, I guess I'll do up a how to fix this match if it's fixable. If you're looking at how to beat Steel Song, that's it. Thanks for joining us.
I like Mufasas.
Yeah.
Mufasas are my friend.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us.